What's up, y'all? Y'all do know not every chart that moves is a setup, right? Some of them are just temptations. Matter of fact, 99% of them are just temptations. I used to call everything opportunity, right? Because that's what, when you learn from YouTubers, they trade everything, every pair, whatever the case may be. And technically, everything is an opportunity because you can trade on any time frame. And on any time frame, any given day, there is an opportunity. But it doesn't mean it's a setup. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know. I know. You know. If price moved, you wanted in. If you missed the move, you felt like you was late and you still had to get in. But now, I know most of what I see isn't a setup at all. It's not. And once you get this awareness, the trading game levels up. It levels up. Let me break it down. A setup is something that matches your rules, my rules. A temptation is something that matches your rules, my emotions. I mean, your emotions and my emotions. They look similar on screen. They feel different in a journal, though. They feel different when you got structure. If you have to convince yourself, it's definitely a temptation. I know you've been on that chart. I know you played so many trades where you just had to convince yourself. Kept going up from different time frames, all the way down to the 5, to the 1, back to the 5, back to the 15, to the 4 out to the 1. You had to convince yourself. That's a temptation. If the checklist / your rules has gaps, it's a temptation. If you feel rushed, you shouldn't have to rush into a trade. Not at all. Unless you one of those hyper scalpers. But you know what I mean. If you feel rushed, it's a temptation. A real setup almost feels boring. Like it's supposed to happen like this. So the role of a journal or documentation doesn't care about your excitement. It only cares about alignment, if it aligns with your rules. So when I mark no on my checklist or one of my rules, the trade stops being an option. It's no longer an option. That's how I separate the impulse or the desire to get into something versus from discipline. So some days I might watch huge move and do nothing. Back in the day, I used to be one a part of that. Like I got to get in on this train, not knowing there's another train coming, either shortly after or the next day. But you know what I'm talking about when you chasing that move, when you see that big green candle, that big red candle going in your favor. Y'all, good moves, not my setup. Good move, not my setup. I hope that makes sense. With that sentence alone, will save you money. For real. So, I just wanted to break that down. Like, professional trading isn't about finding more trades, it's about filtering out those temptations. Let them temptations go. Lock in, hunt for your setup, hunt for your move. And I'll leave y'all with this lastly. Found this quote. It says, opportunity is rare, Temptation is everywhere. Come on now. Come on now. This goes in life too. Opportunity is rare. Temptation is everywhere. It's everywhere. The market will always say, come on in. Come on in. Y'all, if y'all learning to tell the difference between opportunity and temptation, please subscribe. This channel is more about the psychology of trading. My other channel, I trade live, gold, NQ, main event trading. Subscribe, y'all. Check me out. Peace.